am I supposed to do? Be a cat?
How many times a day do you think you touch your face?
Oh, if I'm not wearing a mask, not that many. When I'm wearing a mask, I feel like I'm touching it all the time. I feel like I'm a little kid. It doesn't fit right. It doesn't fit. Pulling the ears. I'm like,
maybe you need to shave your beard.
I've actually thought of that. I think if I worked at a restaurant or a place that I would have to wear a mask at, I don't know.
Are you really that attached to your beard?
I shaved my beard once, and I came downstairs because I was trying to even it out.
Yeah.
And I got carried away, and I was just like, we're going to start over. And I came down, and my children looked at me in horror and called me insulting names, and I was like,
yeah, I wouldn't mind it a little bit tight. Like a tight little tidy beard. A tight little tidy beard.
A tight and tidy beard.
Good morning.
I'm not going to fix the camera. Should I fix the camera a little bit?
I don't know. Stop it. Pretend there's no camera. What camera?
There we go.
I don't know what's happening.
All right. Oh, my goodness. I'm a little frazzled. You know that there are people that do things and they get paid to do them, like
electricians,
people that do interlock, tradesmen. And so I knew that there was a plug in my house that I wanted to change. So I thought it would be a good time to do it this morning. I would whip it in. So
whip it in.
So a quarter of the living room is still not able to have power to it. Anyway, so that's where I am this morning. My spirituality is super low, so I'm hoping that this will encourage me and help me.
At one point.
Well, I realized that I've gained a couple pounds, and sometimes getting into little
small areas.
I don't need this abuse. I'm frazzled. I took it apart a couple times. All right, so we don't have power in that side of the room, so there's your update.
Does it affect the
Google Play will not work? Look, I'm fogging up. Like, that's how frazzled I am. What frazzles you? Is there a job that you would typically pay somebody? Maybe cooking.
Every job.
Maybe house cleaning. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I guess those are things that we don't do.
Lots of things frazzle me.
What frazzles you the most? Is there something that you have to do once a month or something, or in a time period that really frazzles you?
Well, you did hire us an accountant for Christmas.
Like
last year.
Not for us personally, but for, Union City Church. Mm-hmm. So bookkeeping that's something that you pay somebody. Yeah, like why are you doing bookkeeping? When we started Union City Church, I was doing all the bookkeeping. I had a free software thing because I didn't know how long it would last, and I'm doing the bookkeeping.
You're dyslexic.
I'm just like, who let me do that for like a year? And then I said, okay, it's your turn. And then the third year I
got my needles.
I'm sorry.
Stop punching me.
You got your flu shot.
Both my arms are really sore.
Oh my goodness. All right, so bookkeeping frazzles you. Doing other people's trades frazzles me, like electricity. Electricity seems so easy until you weld a tool and there's spark flying, and then half your house doesn't work.
It's terrible.
It seems like an easy concept. It just wires and plugs
Do you know which one you're reading?
I am reading December the 1st. It's December the 1st. It's almost Christmas. 25 more days. Or is it 24 more days? All right.
24 now.
Letting people be there for us. Sometimes we need nurturing. Sometimes we need people to support us. Many of us have been deprived of supporting and nurturing for so long, we may not realize it's something we want and need. Many of us have learned to block or stop ourselves from getting what we want and need. We may not reach out to have our needs met. We may be in relationships with people who cannot or will not be available to meet our needs. Or we may be in relationships with people who would be happy to respond to a direct request from us. We may have to give up something to do this. We may have to let go of our martyr or victim role. Mm-hmm. We may ask for what we want and need and get those needs met. We will not be able to punish people or push them away later on for disappointing us. We may have to let go of our fears enough to experience the intimacy that will occur when we allow someone to love and support us. We may even have to learn one day at a time how to be happy and content. Learn to let others be there for us. Prayer for today. I will be open to identifying what I need from people, and I will ask for what I really want. I will let others be there for me. Amen. That's powerful.
Whoop. Oh,
In my former my life up till I got sober, I used people. I needed them to be a part of my addiction, and if they weren't, wasn't. It was all ulterior motives. And then I got to the point of recovery, of asking for a sponsor, and that was like the worst first date I've ever had. Like I was so anxious and nervous to ask a man into my life.
Okay.
And then, a few years into my recovery and working at Jericho Road and being part of a team, I realized there was two people in my life, and that we met every week, and we would sit down at a round table and talk and work some stuff out. And there was spiritual mentorship there.
Okay.
And I realized I needed those two people.
So back in your addiction, you didn't need anybody. You used them.
Yeah. So I guess there's
like?
an unhealthy need and then a healthy need.
And I think I could relate more to I didn't need anybody. I couldn't, no one knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I couldn't actually let, and I think that that's still a struggle for me. Actually, I don't even necessarily think it's a struggle anymore. I think that I am trying to balance, like, what do I really need from other people?
Mm-hmm.
And I was also very used to trying to anticipate other people's needs, trying to anticipate your needs, trying to anticipate, like, what are people going to, like, if I'm going to continue this relationship that I can't really be in because I'm, like, so walled off and self-protecting, what would they want?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but without actually letting people.
It kind of feels scary to need people though now.
Although I can say that I probably did use people also for some pain relief, for some, when things got really, really hard, then I would go to people and like want them to like help me feel better.
And then I become victimized, and then I push people away, and then I'm hurt, and then I'm all alone and walled. And that's what addiction does. It isolates us to destroy us. And then recovery is all about connection and community. And we really have to
so what does that look like now? People. That like, so now what does that look like?
In community?
Yeah. So what does it look like to...
Like for me, it's not having to do everything myself. It's working as a team. It's inviting people into doing what we're doing. It's inviting people into my life to give me feedback, to give me encouragement, to give me support, to give me love, to give me acceptance, all of those things that I truly get from God. But we're in a community now, and I learned to make connections with certain people to further my recovery. And so I'm not just doing this alone, I'm doing this with a community of people.
You know what I really like is being able to respond to a direct request from people. If someone has a request, I like it when people just ask for what they need. This is a marriage
tip. I'm picking up on this. Direct request.
And in friendship too, like a direct request of like, this is what I need. This is what I value. I have friends who really value their birthday and being celebrated on their birthday.
There are a couple people that I know in your life.
I have a few people in my life that really value that. And it wasn't something that I was good at. And it wasn't something that was...
Am I one of those people?
Really on my radar.
I believe I am.
100% are.
Okay. You were thinking of me.
You 100% are. And I don't feel like I am that. I did make a request for my 40th birthday. It was a pretty like high maintenance request, and I was very happy with how things went because I felt like I spoke very like clearly about like, I think I really want this. And then like I really enjoyed myself. I had a really great birthday. I wanted a party. I wanted a bigger party. And then after that, I'm like, no, actually, I don't ever need that again. Been there, done that, and actually realized it's not really what I need. And I don't feel like I have a big birthday expectation. And so it's hard for me to anticipate like what do the other people actually really want. And so that's been a learning process. But I really, really, really appreciate when people ask for what they need and are clear, and then I can say yes or no instead of trying to anticipate people's needs and then feeling like I've let them down. And because
well, I think in the past life in addiction, it's all about us, and we're isolated, and we're the one-man show, and I don't need anybody. I'm like the little kid in the parking lot pulling my hand. I don't need to hold your hand.
Mhm.
And now in recovery, we need community to support us. We need people. It's like running a business. I think in addiction, we're just running it ourselves, and I'm doing everything myself because I don't trust anybody. I keep everybody at arm's length. They're going to take from me. And now we're running in recovery. We're running a corporation. And we can't just do it all by ourselves to move forward.
And I like how she says here, we have to let go of our fears enough to experience the intimacy that will occur when we allow someone to love and support us. And I think that's really challenging. That happened actually last week.
That's the big need, is intimacy.
Even just inviting someone to say something truthful of like, okay, asking a question and then knowing that potentially the response could be hard to hear. And am I ready for it? Am I willing to like actually look at that? Can I hear it and not be offended and walk away?
I like that. Intimacy. Intimacy is a goal of community. Amen. Mm-hmm. All right. Have a great afternoon.
Is our house safe right now?
I hope our house is safe. Yes.
Are you leaving?
I'm not.
Are you going?
I'm not an electrician, but
leaving our house?
I think things are safe. I don't see us burning down. If you need something done professionally, you should call a professional. All right. Have a great afternoon. Hockey sticks in hands, and we will see you tomorrow.